Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, mic check. I gotta make sure everything is recording. There's
we're here.
7 different things. Yo, you are the loudest.
I am. You know.
Yo, you're lit. You're lit.
Yeah, growing up, everybody used to call me microphone. And if I get like drunk, the only thing that happens is I just get louder.
Are you?
I just get louder.
Wait, ¿de dónde tú eres? You're cute.
You're Cuban.
Okay.
I was born there actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was born
That's
there.
lit.
I came when I was like
Okay, hold on. We haven't even introduced you yet. What do you call yourself in the streets?
Rachel Cala. A lot of people call me Cala, Rachel Cala. So my name is Rachel, and I'm here with Casey. I'm so excited to be doing this.
Yo,
podcast.
you were hype. I wanted to get you on because you're like the LeBron James of BTs.
You think so? That's a compliment.
Like
Let me tell you, BTs is a big deal, so that's a compliment.
You run that shit.
Nah,
yeah.
man, I wish. I don't run it. There's so many like departments to it, but it's a great job.
Yo, so tell me, first of all, plug your social media.
Yes, it's _ Rachel Cala, so RACHEL, Cala CALA _ at the beginning.
Okay, no doubt. And how's the quarantine been treating you? How's your mental? How's your physical?
Being in the nightlife.
We're unemployed as shit.
And it's so hard because not only are you used to making money every night, but now you gotta dig into a pocket that you didn't want to dig into before. And in reality, bro, $1,000 goes by like this when you ain't got a single dollar coming in.
Yeah, it's been 5 months already, right?
So people, there's girls that this is affecting people
like
very hard.
The first month, you know what I'm saying? The first maybe 2 months, it's like, all right, you could take it a little bit. We're like in the 4th month already. Like,
I don't think anybody realized that it was gonna last this long. I don't think anybody in the nightlife was ready for it to last this long.
Yeah.
And then now it's even worse. And now it's like the bars aren't open. So bartenders itself, it's like, we depend on the bar.
Yeah.
So the bars aren't open, and everybody in the industry is like, a lot of people have lost their jobs because now the capacity.
A lot of places aren't even gonna open again.
And businesses are closing down.
That's
places
crazy.
that were like, yeah.
My boy told me the trick to get to get through an unemployment. I gotta hit the number 5 when they ask if you're like special.
Really?
If you have special needs, you gotta hit that shit.
No way.
Yeah, you get the
and
straight.
they answer right
yeah,
away.
Facts.
So what do you just?
Huh?
What do they tell you? Like, hey, what's your special needs?
I haven't got that far yet.
They never answered you.
Huh? No.
They never answered you.
No, the plan is to execute this tomorrow.
Okay.
And we about to find out.
And that's another thing. Unemployment, the site was crashing at the beginning. It was a mess. This place was a mess. Everybody was just very stressed out. And they still are. That's
crazy. How do you feel it? Like, how do you feel about it personally? Like, are you like scared? Like, what are you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not. And I don't know if that's
listen, it's not. This is the thing about this. You could feel this way about it or this way about it, and there's no wrong way to feel.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about this COVID shit, you can't be judged if you feel this way or this way because there's numbers that back both.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So then it's like, I kind of feel bad because I'm not really 100% scared.
Mm-hmm.
And I've known people that have got it or whatever, and
I know like 6 people.
Yeah, and they pass it. And I'm not saying that it's okay to get it and pass it on. It's just I haven't been as like, oh my god, I can't get COVID. Like, I honestly can't lie and be like, oh my god, I've been super wipe everything down and don't go here. That's a lie. And we all gotta go to work, and we all gotta go do shit, and we all gotta touch shit, and so it's like, I don't know. I'm not really scared about it. I'm scared of what it could do, what it's doing.
My biggest fear is me going to my mom's crib with it. That's my only biggest fear.
Like those things, I'll be cuidadosa with, like, if there's babies around, I won't go over. I won't make a trip. I haven't made a trip. Things like that, because it's real. It's real.
Yeah.
It's real, but if it doesn't hit close to home, sometimes you don't really feel it,
Yeah.
But the poverty shows. The poverty shows. The people are going through it. Yep. The violence shows.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, but I wanted to give you props because when this whole thing started happening, I peeped you started selling juices.
Yes, I did.
Yo, tell me about that. How did that start?
So I started juicing for a long time. I've been juicing for a long time.
First of all, you're into like fitness, right? You're like you don't have fit at the end of Insta. You don't have fit at the end.
Get fit, like
no, that's what the chicks do. Like when they don't want to seem like, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to change their life. They do the rebrand and they call themselves Danielle Fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then now they're like a whole new chick. You know what I mean? Now your sins are cleansed.
Get fit, bye. Yeah. But no, I'm really into fitness. The story actually backtracks when I was young. I'm like super psychotic about it. I can't say I'm 100% into it because, in order to have a crazy body, you do have to be dedicated. You have to be dedicated.
Yeah, but you're more dedicated than what? Like not 90% of women.
Maybe.
No?
I could confidently say that I'm more dedicated when it comes to, you know, being physically. I do. One feels good. You feel better when you look good and you can wear certain things. So I could say that maybe that comes backtrack because I'm like psychotically like fucked up by my mom. But maybe that's why. But I'm really into it. So juicing has been like a big thing in my routine for years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've done it for years. Every morning I would wake up and I would juice celery or I would juice a whole bunch of shit and I would drink it.
You look up online like different juices to make. And
I started doing that once I got more into it. At the beginning, I would juice everything. I bucket with celery and broccoli and carrots and it tasted like shit and I would just chug it.
It's good for me.
And then I started realizing that it's not like that. You know, there's certain things that cancel out other properties and things like that. So what happened was actually one of the coworkers of my sister's job started writing to us or whatever. He wanted the juices. So I was like, okay, cool. So I started charging him and he was like my only little client. So then I'm like, you know, one day we were all sitting down. My sister's like, why don't you just like post it and see who wants to buy it? And I wasn't doing shit because we've been in quarantine.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. Bro, and I got so overwhelmed with orders.
You turned into like Jamba Juice at the crib.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, all right. I had to get all organized. And let me tell you the hardest thing, because I'm, you know, it's small. I just started like maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
And the hardest thing is really to be organized. Like people underestimate how organized you have to be for a lot of things. Like if you don't have organization skills, oh my God, everything will go to shit.
But how does it work? Like because juices, you delivered them?
Yeah,
like,
so we do deliver. So we deliver Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So they only have a lifespan of 3 days, pretty much, you know, to be beneficial. Other than that, you shouldn't drink them. So we have to deliver like every other day. And so we do like 5 juices or 10 juices. And then the hard thing is right now getting people to buy. You know why? Because people want to buy things that make them lose weight. So
everyone's in that mode right now.
So all these detoxes are like, oh, they have like before and after pictures of women losing weight, and that's not what I promote. Like, they're not gonna fucking make you lose weight.
Yeah,
like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yo, you can drink my juice and you're gonna lose 20 pounds. It's not gonna work.
Do that, and then they eat like wings from Flanagan's,
Exactly.
like later on.
Right, and I'm not saying detoxes don't work. Detoxes are a good, you know, way to jumpstart a healthy lifestyle and stuff like that. But these aren't that. So it's kind of that's been the difficult thing for me. It's just try to sell it as a nutritional thing. Not everybody just wants to be healthy. People just want to look good. Yeah, you know. So, but it's going good.
But yo, I want to ask you a serious question though.
All right, go ahead.
How many of these people that bought your juices are like been in your DMs before? Like, yo, listen to me. A lot of these guys are doing it for the thirst. I hate to break it to you. Yo, the juices are fire,
it's
right?
It's so annoying.
The juices are probably fire.
Annoying. Yeah. No, yeah, they're good.
But you got to understand, you gave a door to all the thirst balls. Like, yo, I could finally meet her. Like,
you know what's my favorite line?
Let me get a carrot juice.
You know what's my favorite line? Are you delivering them? Like, are you going to be the one delivering them? I'm like, oh, okay, good. Yo. So this is going to be on my.
He don't even care.
He's going to buy my juices for like 1 week and that's it. As long as I show up, then he'll be fine. So those, the
dudes that like sign up for OnlyFans and shit. Those
and I'll be like, I'm a little hypocritical when it comes to that. Like, maybe I shouldn't do that, but there's a lot of men that have like written to me to try to get juices, and then like, you know, when you see the previous messages and you see like all the nasty shit that they send you, like the derogatory stuff.
And they don't even hit the unsend button.
And like, oh my God, you look so fucking good, like a fucking chicken wing, whatever the fuck they tell you all that. And then they're like, oh, I want to buy your juices. I never write back to those people. I'm like, you just told me that you want to chuparme like a chicken wing. Yeah. And now you're going to buy my juices? How do you expect me? How do you want me to believe you? Nah, I'm good. I'll lose your money.
Attention thirst balls that are in these girls' DMs. Look, if you're going to make a move like that, you have to unsend the DM. You can do that.
You do that, Casey?
Huh? Yeah.
You unsend everything? You know you can tell?
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. It happened to me one time, bro.
You're a creeper for knowing how you could tell, but tell me.
I don't know. I didn't know you could tell until they told me, like, why are you unsending shit? And I was like, oh, fuck.
I know you could tell on WhatsApp. That's where it hit you with
this was on Instagram, and I had unsent, and it wasn't even crazy. I had wrote something stupid, and I had like unsent it, like I didn't write it right, so I just unsent it instead of like, fixing it in an apostrophe. So I just unsent it to send it again, and he wrote back right away. He's like, so why are you unsending it? And I'm like, oh my God, he could tell. Oh, I can't unsend shit no more because you can tell.
Why do you even care? Yo.
And it shows this, so I was like, oh,
but how do you know?
I don't know. I didn't fucking ask. Like, hey, how did you know? I didn't know, but he told me. He told me, he's like, why are you unsending it? And I was like, wow, you could tell. So I don't know. I should try right now.
Yeah, let's try it, yo. Let's try it.
So let me see. So if I unsend it, does it move? Okay, so he was probably on it, and then he saw me.
Oh,
yeah.
What a creeper! You were there before him.
You knew the whole time.
Yo, he saw the little box and it said typing, and he was like, and ran to it. Yo,
I don't even feel bad anymore. He was just waiting. He was just waiting.
Mad eager.
All right, so you could keep going, Casey. You can do your little creeper stuff.
Nah, yo, you need to relax. So tell me more about your DM.
Any girl's DM.
I've been
Come on.
I've been like all my friends, all my homegirls have been telling me like the thirst has been elevated.
And the pickup lines are getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting nice.
What? Yeah.
I even told her, I was like, damn, the other day I was like, and then you get like the nasty ones. Sometimes you like to fuck with them. Like, oh my God, I love replying to some people. It's so funny. Like the other day, some guy was like, I want to
send you $500 for your feet.
Not even 200. Not even. I think it was like $150 or $200. He's like, oh, I'm gonna send you $200 if you show me a picture of like your, I don't know, probably your feet.
Yo, you're Rachel from fucking PT.
And I'm like, bro, like Jeffrey Epstein was paying more than that.
Damn.
Jeffrey Epstein paid more than that. You're gonna tell me $200, and then he started laughing. He's like, So I fuck around with them, but you can't take him serious. And then like some girls get really mad and they fall into it. They start fighting back, like, oh my God, you're such an asshole. That's
but
what
out of all these things like guys offer to buy you, you've never let a guy buy you something?
Honestly, no, and I can attest to that. I mean,
that's dope.
I mean, if I'm fucking with you and I'm dating you and you buy me something, yeah, that's happened.
That's different.
But been like, oh, send me money or buy me this, like just like an online thing. No, never.
Yo, my sister was showing me her DM. She got dudes singing in her DM. She got like all type of shit, and I kind of want to make it like a show. Like I was like filming her DMs, and some of the dudes like saw me like put them on blast. But bro, you guys got to stop being thirst balls, man.
It gets bad.
I feel like these new. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
26.
26. Yeah, I just feel like these dudes don't know how to talk to women, bro.
Because everything is a sex icon. So it's not like they're approaching you to get to know you deeper. It's automatically, and maybe they're not even bad
so
guys.
It's like lust.
Sometimes, because they now it's that like a lot of things have become norm nowadays that haven't been before. Like. And I'm not saying anything because I work in the industry, but stripping is not frowned upon anymore. And unfortunately, neither is now. There's like a lot of women who are very open with their body, and there's all these things coming out about you should be who you are, and
plastic surgery is wide open.
Like sexiness is it's a big deal. Sexiness is something that will sell, will attract, will destroy marriages, will do anything if you have the right sex appeal.
It's crazy, is that
so that's all they know how to come to you about.
And I feel bad because I feel like a lot of these girls are like pressured into like doing that on Instagram, like portraying like a certain look. You know what I mean? Like, can you talk like, you feel me on that? Like,
it's hard. I was actually having a conversation with one of my friends today about somebody on Instagram that made it big or whatever, and they're like, and they were talking shit, like not talking shit, but you know how everybody at first, like we see like a famous girl, we're like, oh my gosh, she didn't used to be like that before. We all say some shit like she came from the hood, but in reality, sometimes these girls have to portray themselves. And they're not even like that. A picture doesn't say who you are.
Right.
But sometimes they have to put out that content to get to a certain place. In reality,
now more than ever.
Now more than ever, because there's so much competition. There's anyone's with a little bit of money and makeup could look good. Yeah. So.
But maybe if I own a company and I see the girl, leading with her ass, where like everything is your ass, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not gonna fuck with you because of that.
Yeah, but a girl showing their ass is not gonna go for your company. A girl showing her ass is going for something
OnlyFans.
It's going for an OnlyFans.
$20K a month. I feel you, man. Like I can't even.
A girl been showing her ass, they gonna be like, hey, I want to work a 9 to 5. Yeah. They're trying to make their bread like that.
Damn.
And
the strippers have been coming up on OnlyFans, like. I feel like out of everybody who like got fucked because of this COVID shit in Nightlife, the strippers were the ones who were
They were the smartest ones.
Yeah.
They were the smartest ones.
Them and you for making smoothies. DJs are like, DJs were out here trying to like
I was about to
put our cash app on IG Live.
Making smoothies and underwear, but I was so close. Like, forget about it.
Imagine you make an OnlyFans and then all of a sudden you're posting smoothies. I would be tight.
They'll be mad. So I was like, I told myself, let's just make OnlyFans just juice. Like, juice.
The DJs have had it hard. We're out here like putting virtual tip jars, like, tip us, cash out. Like, I'll play whatever. Like, I got some of my boys like when it's regular and it's like we're working, no requests, fuck that, I'm not doing that. Now it's like nobody's got a job. It's like I'll play whatever
you want.
Yeah.
You want bachata, I got you. You want bachata, I got you.
That's crazy.
So what have you been doing?
I've been learning like the video shit. You know what I mean? Like I feel like now's the time where you have to like pick up a new skill or like learn how to, like this time is either gonna make you or break you. You know what I mean? A lot of people are or they're letting it affect you, so they're just medicating. You know what I mean? Like they're either smoking more, drinking more, you know, whether it's gambling more or whether it's whatever it is. A lot of people are medicating and they don't know how to like just like let these times be and just pass. So I just picked up a new skill. Like I've been like trying to learn how to video edit it more, you know what I mean? And trying to make the podcast like self-sufficient so I don't have to rely on anybody. But other than that, just working out crazy. Like for me, I have to work out like for my mind. A lot of people say they work out like for their body and shit, but I do it for my mind. If I don't like exert energy like physically, it's hard for me to sleep. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like,
That's good though.
Yeah, nah. So working out definitely helps me, but yeah, nah, just.
Yeah, a lot of people have been taking it very, 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 very different. And not even that, but then a lot of people that I've met, a lot of people that, even when BT's opened for a little while, I would have people that come to the bar and they would talk about those things like, I feel like I'm not good enough. And it's because the COVID has put them in a situation where they're like, wow, they take something away from me. I literally have nothing. Like, who am I? Like, what am I doing? What do I have to back me up?
People like lost their purpose.
Yeah.
Like, and shit.
It's like, okay, I don't have a job. So now what am I doing? Like, what am I? Like, I have nothing if it wasn't for this income. So people are like, wow, like,
I took a shot to my soul. A lot of DJs, like DJs, like we identify with like being a DJ in music, you know, and now we can't work. Like
you take that away and you're like, whoa, like what do I do now? Like, and you invest so much time in being a DJ and your whole life and everything and doing what you do. So then one little shutdown, that all it takes is to shut down the clubs. That's it. Your whole dedication, everything goes to shit for a little bit.
That's why I feel like it's important to not be your career. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to have a life outside of your career. Yeah. If I get it, you want to hustle, you want to grind, and you want to put all your attention and focus into your career. But if that gets taken away from you, like you said, now what do you have?
You got to have money coming in 3 different ways at all times.
Facts.
At all times. You got to have, whether that's fucking juicing and BTs and then it's selling feet pictures on whatever it is.
Facts.
You got to have money coming in 3 different ways.
You know what's crazy for me, though, is that I would have money. I have multiple streams, but it's crazy how many of those streams come from Nightlife. You know what I'm saying? So this shit like knocked out a couple of streams. You know what I mean? Like, so I need to do like daytime shit more. I feel like I need to like, what is your schedule like on a normal day or a normal night when BT's is open? What would you say your sleep schedule is?
You see, that's the thing about working there. You should know because you work DJ too. Yeah. I don't get enough sleep as I should, and I'm working on it because I've noticed that it's been affecting. But I don't get probably more than 5 hours. Like right now, we switched the schedule, so a little not right now. Like I want to say like maybe 6 months. We work from 10 to 7 a.m. Yeah. So before that, it was from 8 to 5, and I liked it because you come out and it's still dark. Yeah. You know, now I started coming on, it's fucking, the whole sun is out. I look like I came out of
zombie
space.
Life, yeah.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, you get more tired, and it's a different shift. So by the time you get home and you shower, it's like 8:39.
Yo, those 2 hours from like 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., like if you go to sleep, like the difference is like...
It really is.
It's crazy.
And everything matters. Like the light in your room matters. And when you go home at 7 a.m., at 8:30, somebody's building a house next door. Chopping the lawn.
The lawnmowers,
The fucking lawnmower. You're like, oh, I can't sleep. The dog's barking. Like no matter what, when you got to sleep during the day, you never get your full
And then
rest.
if you're at your parents' house, they want to do the loudest activities possible while you're sleeping. Vacuuming and shit, like fucking.
They come in when you're hungry.
Yeah, hungry? Music blasting and shit. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is crazy. But like, so has your sleeping been a little bit better? Like since?
Yeah, and then it's like crazy because they shut down and then they open.
They're like teasing y'all. I did Brick for 1 week and I'm like, we're back, and then they shut it down.
The city is teasing us. We didn't want to shut down. You know, we didn't want to shut down, but we have to follow code and regulations. But the sleeping is hard. But I definitely maybe like 5 to 6 hours. I'll wake up like maybe 12, 1.
Mm-hmm. How long?
And then I won't really go back to sleep. I'll maybe take a nap. If I work that night, I'll maybe take like a nap throughout the day, and then I'll stay up.
Damn.
I've never had a problem with like being up. And I mean, I've been in the nightlife for a long time, so I'm used to it.
I was going to ask you, how long have you been in the nightlife?
I'm 26 since I was 18.
Where'd you work at before?
So I first started I used to work with a group called Miami Vice. It's like a very Cuban.
I know, the Cuban dude.
Yeah, the Cuban dude, Machete.
Shout out, and who else? Shout out to
Angel,
Angel
Machete,
Sanchez, yeah.
So I used to be with them. So they were like a travel thing. Like they would have like us, like their waitresses, and we would go to different clubs. Like we would go to Macumba, which is now 12. Remember Macumba?
Yeah.
Ache, La Covacha. Yeah. So, you know, I worked Pink Pony the Doors. So I was always in the nightlife. I took like maybe a year and a half or 2 break, working in a whole bunch of different places, restaurants. And then I started at Blue Martini.
In Sunset Place?
No, in Kendall.
Okay.
Started in Blue Martini, and I was there, and then we went to BT's, and that took it over. We've been there solid for like 4 years.
The bag is different at BT's, huh?
Oh my god. Yeah.
You're like, so you've been at how long have you been there?
Like 4 years. I think it's gonna be 4 years.
4. Wow.
3, 4 years. I think it's 4 years. No, 3 years.
Since it opened.
Yeah, because remember before I think it was like Stilettos.
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't go there.
Before it was Stilettos, and then it got shut down, and then they reopened it to Booby Trap. So I'm pretty sure it's been. If it hasn't been 3 years and a half, it's been like almost. 4.
So you've been there since it opened?
Yeah, since day one, since they first opened.
Talk about like that club. Okay, so
and
like,
listen, that club has grown, and not because it's my club. It's not because it's my
club.
Yo,
talk your shit.
It's not because it's my club, but that club.
BT's has okay, for the people listening, and maybe you're not from Miami. If you're gonna go to a strip club,
you gotta go there.
They got the crown right now. You may hear about Tootsie's. You may hear about Scarlett's. You may hear about King of Diamonds, which is closed. You may hear about all these different Miami strip clubs, but right now. Booby Trap
on
is on the river is
it's a vibe. It's a whole fucking vibe.
It's like first of all, it has a 24-hour liquor license, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the main things that like, is
24 hours. When that happened, we were so ecstatic because when we first opened, we weren't 24 hours.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, when we first opened, we closed at 5. So when the city granted us that license, we were so happy. Everybody was ecstatic.
Wow.
Everybody was ecstatic.
And I think like I attribute a lot of like Booby Trap's success to like when like Latin music got hot again. Like you would never hear Latin music in a strip club, really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you would never hear like dembow in a strip club. Like that's never happened. So like when the Latin shit got hot, dembow got hot, cubaton got hot.
That Cuban
and
trap,
then you put the right D. Shout my brother Bodega Flea.
Oh my God, Bodega's a shit.
Yeah, you know.
Bodega had the whole crowd jumping.
You put the right DJ in with that formula. So now it's like, and Miami is Latin, you know what I mean? Miami is Cubans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Colombians, Venezuelans. So like, it's a Caribbean melting pot, and you don't get, when you go to strip clubs, you usually get like, when you go to 11, you go to Tootsie's, you get like that, like the white, they play like rock music and they play,
that
you know
dicky music, the little.
Yeah, they play dicky and they
at
play
like 5, 6 in the morning, that's what we play, you know? Because everybody comes in the after, so they all rolling balls.
Yeah,
they all
exactly.
have that music, and everybody's like, well, they be jumping for 3 hours.
Patio, shout out Henry. You got the patio now,
Henry got the patio. How everybody jumping. Henry has everybody jumping for 4 hours.
Yeah, but like Booby Trap became like the poppin' Latin strip club. You guys had Anuel there. You guys had
and then working there since it was nothing. You know, we opened with
and
nobody coming in.
It's like it's a small place.
Yeah,
it's not Tootsie's. It's not 11. Like there's not crazy theatrics.
It's small, but it has a good layout.
Right.
It has a good layout. It has enough space for the people. Then the patio.
It feels like you're in the cut. If you want to be in the cut, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people pull up on the boats. And then, working there from when there was nothing. And then I see all these famous people coming. Like, it's something to be proud of. Because you're like, damn, you work at a place where, like, we weren't even paying these people. They're just showing up. Like,
it was your baby. You saw it grow because you were there from the beginning.
And you're like, oh my God. You talk about, like, oh yeah, one day Future's going to be here. Yeah. And then you're like, oh my God, you see him there. You're like, fuck, you're really here. You're part of it. So it's cool. It's a nice environment. Like everyone's really nice, and everyone's about their money there. Everyone's about their money there, and it's fun because it's like a different vibe. I haven't really been to a lot of other strip clubs, believe it or not. I've actually only been to Tootsie's other than BT's.
Really?
So, and the vibe was just.
I'm sure you can't even say the E word, right?
What? Which one? Tootsie?
11. Is that like a bad word to you? Are you like, is that like you can't even say it. Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
12.
Because you're going to say it and I'm going to put 11 for like 2 minutes straight. Like,
no, I've never been there. I do hear it's an experience to go. That it's beautiful.
Yo, what's the number before 12?
11. 11. But yeah, no, I've never been there. But it's cool. It's a vibe. Everybody's like, it doesn't even look like a strip club anymore.
Yeah.
It looks like a fucking party. It looks like everyone's just having fun. Everyone's throwing music, money, and everyone's.
They got the neon
fun.
scheme. I like it. It's like you've seen Belly. It's like walking into Belly.
It looks like Alice. That's what it is. It's Alice in the Wonderland, pretty much. The whole neon thing, looking like a laser tag room. But I love it.
Yeah. So Booby Trap. If you don't know, it's dope because it's Booby Trap on the river. So it's on a river, and what's dope is yachts can pull up and boats can pull up.
Yeah. Every Sunday there's always boats pulling up.
Who was like one of the first celebrities that did it right and pulled up in the boat? Can you remember?
The first person that I remember always coming on a boat, DJ Laz.
Damn, that's ill. Shout out to Laz. I'm gonna have him on the podcast soon.
I mean, yeah, DJ Laz is cool people. He was one of the first person that always would pull up on the boat. Him and his wife would come. Dope ass boat too. He got a nice boat.
Should we call him?
Call him. He knows who I am.
I'm gonna call him.
He's cool. People. He would pull up.
Damn, is it too late? You know that when you have to like think to yourself, is it too late? Like dudes got families and shit. Bro,
he's
you
probably
think
up.
so?
Yeah.
You think so?
He's probably up.
Hold on, let's see.
He's cool.
It's like my.
Yo.
Dímelo, Laz.
Yeah. Yo.
Yo, I'm here with Rachel from Booby Trap.
Oh, what's up, Rach?
What up?
How you doing, mama?
I'm good. I miss you. How's everything?
Thank God.
Estamos aquí hablando mierda de ti.
Yo, we're talking wild shit.
Fucking, I love it.
Laz, we're talking shit, right? And we're talking about Booby Trap and how it got popping. And we're like, I asked her, who was one of the first celebrities that you would say came up in a boat on the dock? And she said, man, DJ Laz was definitely one of the first ones to do it the right way and pulled up on the yacht, pulled up on the boat.
Yeah. Good time.
Damn.
Good time. He don't come no more. He doesn't come no more, but good times.
I mean, yo, you can't go to...
Oh, yeah.
Dímelo.
No, it was fucking epic. How the dogs, Rach?
They're good. The dogs are good. They're good. I can't believe you remember them. Yeah, they're good. They're big as hell. I'm gonna send you a picture of them.
Oh. No, I know you're a perrera like me.
Okay, dope. So yeah, no, I'm talking to Rachel when your name came up. You're the first celebrity to pop it off on the Booby Trap dock, and I was like, let me call Laz.
The point that sucks is when you go to leave that motherfucker all the way down the fucking river trying to dodge.
Yeah, it's a long drive. I've heard it's a long drive to get out of there.
Because it's deep.
It's deep.
It's deep up the river,
Deep,
right?
yeah, and I think you gotta go like idle the whole time, right, Laz? You gotta go slow the whole time.
Yeah, no lie, it's like a fucking hour.
Damn. Did you?
It's like a.
But tell me this: did you have strippers on the boat, on the dock?
I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
I got you, Laz. I ain't say nothing.
Laz, I love you, bro.
Love you back, guys. Have fun.
Later. I fucking love DJ Laz.
He's
yo.
awesome.
He's like my mentor. I learned everything from him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
When I graduated high school, I worked at Power 96. I started answering phones as an intern. So I'm gonna get a little into like my story, but
I was gonna ask you next. I was like, you ask everybody stuff. So how did you start?
So like
DJ?
when I left high school, I never got into college. Like I just went right to. I got an internship at Power 96, and I would go and I would answer the phones. And
how'd you get it? You like
I wanted to be
all
on the radio.
time?
No, my mom is on the radio for 30 years
know that.
on the country station. Yeah, so Darlene, she's been on the radio. So Power is the sister station of the country station. So she's like, yo, I'm gonna talk to the dude, see if I get you an internship, whatever. I was young. She got me the internship. I would go there and I would just answer phones. And I was like, damn, I want to be on the radio. So I made my little CD and shit, my little demo. I gave it to the boss. He's like, yo, you sound good. We're going to put you on. And he put me on overnight. So I started doing, that's how you start on radio. You do the overnight shit. So I would do midnight to 6 a.m. like a vampire on the radio.
And what would
and
you
that's
do?
how you practice. That's how, when you first get into radio, that's where they put you to like train you overnight when no one's listening. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to put you. So I did that.
Do they pay you for that?
Yeah.
For that time?
Yeah, but it's like minimum wage. Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah. So I was doing that, and then the morning show Laz was doing the mornings at Power, and the morning show producer at the time, you know, he got fired or he left or he quit or some shit like that. So they had an opening. So the boss was like, yo, Chopz, you're doing overnights right now, but I want you to learn from DJ Laz. I want you to be his producer. Because I was good at audio. Like I make music and I'm good at editing shit. So he's like, I want you to be the producer and be the third mic on the air and just, you know, talk shit when he asks you to. I'm like, all right, cool. So I started doing mornings then. That was my next move. So I would wake up at 4 a.m. every day.
Nice.
Like, but I was like 23, you know? So I'd be drinking and shit like that.
Whatever.
Yeah. But yo. And then so I worked for Laz for like 5 years right there being on the morning show, you know? But yo, we used to do this thing called fucking Colito Mondays and that shit was...
Colito or culito?
Colito Mondays
ass.
on... where was it? It was on the Palmetto, a little north. BT's? No, it wasn't BT's. I forgot where it was. PT's. It was PT.
Oh, PT's.
It was PT's. Yo, we would go every Monday. We'd work at the strip club till like 3 a.m. and go right from there on the radio. Go right to the station and be on the radio on the morning show from 6 a.m.
You guys are...
we did that. I did that for 5 years, and it was cool. And then I was like, yo, I want to do my own thing because I don't want to be like Laz taught me everything, you know. But I was like in his shadow. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo. I want to do my own thing. So I went back to doing the overnights, did that for a minute, and then I went to the night show. And I started doing that from like 10 to 2. I would do the clubs. And
so what was the first club that you worked at? What was your first club experience?
I DJ'd on the radio before I DJ'd in a club.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that never happens, you know?
That's a big deal.
No,
I was about
dope.
to tell you, to get on a radio is like every DJ's dream.
It's dope. So, I mean, maybe not now. Radio's kind of like, you know what I mean?
It's not? I don't know much about the DJ world, but I thought
do you listen to the radio?
No, bro. I listen to so much music in the club that when I go home, it's straight silence.
Or podcast, right?
Or a podcast.
I got to give you props because not a lot of women come and tell me that they listen to like, I don't hear that a lot from women, like podcasts. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that was dope. And then you told me, who did you tell me?
Jordan Peterson.
Yeah,
Jordan Peterson.
I know who that is. I was like, damn, like, okay, like, I definitely have to give you, like, you're more than what meets the eye. Like, so I have to like give you your props for that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So, but yeah, I started radio like that, and I would do the night show, and then radio was wild, and all the bosses got fired. A bunch of different shit happened, and I was like, yo, I just went to full time to the clubs, and it's better money. You know what I mean? I can make my own schedule.
So what was the first club? You didn't tell me. What was the first club you
I ever DJ was Nocturnal.
Nocturnal. Oh my God, I haven't heard that name in such a long time.
Then I did I would do a broadcast at 90 Degrees, right next door.
God,
I did that. I DJ'd at Bongos on Friday when it was lit.
Listen,
in the
Bongos
AAA.
used to be. I worked at Bongos. I don't know what year. I was like maybe 21.
No
when I
way.
worked at Bongos.
No
so
way.
like maybe 6.
But this was like 2010.
Oh no.
2010.
2010. I was in 10th grade.
That's what I'm saying.
I was in 10th grade.
Yo, relax. I'm not that much older than you. Don't do that. That's what
How old are you, Casey? 30. You're 30. Okay, that's not bad.
That's what we're not gonna do. We're
not gonna talk about age.
Yeah. Nah. So yo, but don't get it twisted. Most white people out here aging like plátanos. I'm out here aging like wine.
For real, y'all got good skin.
Yo.
You guys got good skin. And Puerto Ricans too.
Yeah?
Yeah, Puerto Ricans got good skin.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Every Puerto Rican bitch I've seen, her fucking skin looks like a marble table.
Just thank butter pecan. Just thank God that we live like in Miami and it's like good for our skin. Like if you were to live up north in New York,
I don't think so.
And it's
disagree
dry.
with that.
Really?
Maybe because it's dry, but when you live in a colder, maybe I'm talking shit. I'm not like a skin expert,
yeah.
but I feel like when you live up north and it's like a colder weather, yeah, you may get drier, so you need to make up for it for like moisturizer, but your skin is tighter because it's colder.
No,
you don't think so?
Your pores your pores don't cleanse themselves. Like you know what I mean? Like you don't sweat.
When things are colder, your skin looks better. I think. I don't know why.
Really?
I have that theory. Listen, I have my my comadre, which is my goddaughter's mother. Mm-hmm. She looks like she doesn't fucking age. It's ridiculous how perfect that lady's skin is. She's Puerto Rican, one. I already told you that. And she lives in Philly. And when I would go to Philly, which I go very often, the water that comes out of the tubes of the faucet is so cold. It's freezing. Casey, is so cold. So when you know, and in skincare, they tell you to wash your face with cold water and all these things. So in my head, I made up this theory. I'm like, bro, if I just get the fuck out of Miami, like I'll be younger for like.
Nah, I think. See, like for me, I have to like tell myself that it's hot as shit. It's humid as shit. You're gonna go outside. You're gonna sweat. You're gonna want to take another shower as soon as you go right outside.
So you're fine.
But in my head, like I've convinced myself that it's good for me. I try to embrace it. Like humidity is good for you. Like sweating is good for you. I barely put on t-shirts. I'm on a tank top all the time.
Right. Skin wise, I don't think it is. People that sweat all the time break out. Sweating is good for you. People in Philadelphia don't work out. Everybody in Philly is fat as fuck. So they don't really work out. I feel like the cold gets you more lazy. Nobody
got a tan up north.
Nobody has a tan.
That's not good though. That's not like it's the sun is medicine, yo. Like you can't convince me that living up north is better for you. Like,
no, I don't think it's better for you. But skin-wise, the sun is not good for you.
Okay.
No, living up north is not better.
Fact. Too much sun.
Yeah, too much sun is terrible for your skin.
No.
Living up north is not. Listen, the other day we went to go eat. It was me and my sister, and we were in a car, and I'm like, God, Miami is so beautiful. Like, we really underestimate how beautiful Miami really is.
I tell people all the time, if you want to leave, because we're getting full. Like, yo, but like, if you're not going to be grateful for where we live in like a paradise.
Everything has its pros and cons. By far, Miami definitely really is a lifestyle. It is. A lot of people here don't look at Miami like it's a lifestyle. A lot of people here like to especular, like I like to say in Spanish. They live for a lifestyle.
Yeah.
There's people that rent Ferraris and put $5 gas in it. Like, it makes no sense to me. That's a lifestyle.
But that's the tourists. The tourists come here. They're they're up north, freezing for 6 months. They can't
tourists?
go. They can't go outside.
Oh, the tourists.
The tourists.
I thought you said tourists, like the sign. I'm like,
No.
that's me. I'm a tourist. What the fuck do you mean? I'm like, okay.
The out-of-towners.
Okay.
That are stuck inside for 6 months up north. They come down here and they just want to like stunt. They could wear less clothes. The sun is out. Like, we take seasons for granted here. Like, over there, their summers are memorable because they can't do shit in the winter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
So when it's summer, they like put energy into having a good summer. For us, it's like everything is the same.
Everything. Oh my God, it's hot one day, it's raining the other. Or like, if it's too hot, we're like, oh my God, it's so fucking hot. Like, what? You know what it is to be in a snowstorm? You better wish you were in Miami.
I don't want to know. I seen snow one time in my whole life. And it was like crackhead snow in the projects in Harlem in New York. And I couldn't even make a snow angel. Like,
I love to maybe to visit, and I haven't seen the snow in a long time. We used to live in Jersey, so snow was like a big deal for us. And we actually moved because my sister was asthmatic, and that cold. I'm not a cold person. Like,
how old were you when you moved from Jersey?
When we went from Cuba, we went straight to Jersey.
Okay, wait. Okay, rewind, because you're Cuban and you said that you were born in Cuba, which is dope. So
I was born in Cuba, and back then there used to be like a thing called a bombo, which is the lottery. And the lottery, instead of money, was like, bitch, you coming over.
Damn, you won the lottery? It's fucking lit.
So my mom tells me the story. I don't remember much. We've gone back, so I remember Cuba itself. I don't remember much when I was born. Obviously, I left when I was 3, so I can't tell you that I have like much memory. But she says that they would apply, like, the normal lottery thing. And though they won it. But my mom was pregnant of my sister. So she ended up having to come in a fucking faja. She had to like
hide it.
She had to hide her stomach because the ticket was for 3 people only to come to the United States.
And they counted her being pregnant as 2 people?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Cuba don't play, bro. Cuba count every single cent. Like,
every cell in your body, yo.
You're like, I ain't leaving. And they're so strict about it that if you're Cuban and you leave, like, to go back, you have to have like something called the prorroga, like to visit, which is like permission pretty much from the embassy to let you go back and visit because you pretty much left. So we left, and then from there we went straight to Jersey. What made your mom want to go to Jersey? We had an uncle that lived there. So my dad is like a brother of like 6. So we had one of the uncles, one of his brothers lived in Jersey. And it was like one of the hardest times in our life. Like, we lived in a fucking basement. And so my sister was born in Jersey, and she was born very asthmatic. Like, my mom would tell me that every snowstorm, like, we would get snowstorms that we'd be snowed in. Like, we couldn't fucking leave. So she started getting bad. And she said that a doctor there told her, you want your daughter to get better? Get the fuck out of here. Wow. That's exactly what happened. So when you were 3, you moved to Miami? Or no, we moved to Jersey. We lived there for like maybe 5 years because I went to 1st and 2nd grade there. Okay. And then we moved to Westchester. And I went to Rockaway Elementary. And that's when I started Miami. Westchester and Miami? Yeah, Westchester, Miami. And then from there, from Philly, from New Jersey, we went straight to Miami, to Westchester. And then that's when we started. We've been in Miami ever since. And my sister has never in her life had another asthma attack. Really? Never. Wow. Never. You wouldn't even know she has asthma? Never. I didn't even know she had asthma until my mom told me the story. I was like, we left because of you. We didn't see snow because of you. Damn, that's crazy. She's never had another asthma attack, so. Damn. Yeah, but the snow is something to see. Yeah. Just to visit. Just to visit. Yeah. I wouldn't live anywhere. I've never done like the Colorado skiing trips and like the crazy. I've never done those either. No, I haven't really. I actually made it a point. I was like, when 2020 is over, like, I'm gonna visit the whole world. Like, sometimes you feel like you stack up so much money and you don't really use it. Yeah, like you really, do, but you do on like material shit, stupid bags, shit. And you know what I mean. And let me tell you, this quarantine, if it hasn't taught a lot of people that you don't need a lot of things, then you haven't really been taking advantage. Yo, you don't need a lot of things. Yo, that's crazy that you say that because, like, things that I would like behind, like my BMW, like I don't even drive it anymore. That's number one. Like my Rolex, like I'm about to sell it because it's like, yo, it has no value. You can't even go out with it. Like it doesn't, like, you know what I mean? You really don't need, and it goes to show. I mean, and realistically speaking, a lot of successful people, they all look like they just hopped off of a boat. Like they're all in flip flops. Yeah. They're all wearing shorts. They don't look like they don't have a Rolex on. Like, you think about it, and you're like, those type of successful people. You're right. I mean, but you have celebrities, you know what I mean, who are successful. Right. But you're talking about like wealth. Like, yeah, but let me tell you, there's people that are 10 times richer than celebrities, and we don't even know who the fuck they are. Like the person who fucking invented this. Who invented this? Who invented a wine glass?
David Benderman.
Okay, well, his whole family's rich. Whoever David Benjamin is, his whole family's rich. Because we sipping on his shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's people that do jobs that you will never think about it.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, these people get paid.
You know, my uncle made $100 million selling shower rings.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm joking.
Oh, damn, the your uncle made that? I'm like, Casey, what are you doing?
Shower rings, though? Like, that's the last thing that you even imagine. Like,
listen, I got so mad the other day. Because, you know, Instagram be putting those sponsorship things that you just want to buy everything.
Oh, that you say, like, if me and you say something about fucking blinds, it's going to pop up in our shit blinds.
If you like a Home Depot ad, everything starts showing back up. Yeah. So the other day, I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I see this little thing. And I've been following a lot of juicing things and vegetable and shit. Mm-hmm. Bro, somebody came out with a fucking a vegetable peeler on your thumb. So you know those little peelers that you used to peel?
Yeah.
No, it's a thumb ring with a blade. So all you do is...
change the game.
I was so mad.
Because
you think about it, you're like, why the fuck don't you think about these things?
Yeah.
These are things that you do every day. So you feel like I don't have a talent to be thinking like, you feel like, I have a brain?
I saw one where it's like, it's gloves that you put on to wash the dishes, and the glove is the scrub. So you're scrubbing the dishes with your hand. And I'm like, yo, I've been using a sponge this whole time.
I'm telling you, there's so many. I didn't even know that to strain the spaghetti. Uh-huh. I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw a thing on TikTok. Mm-hmm. And I don't have TikTok, but my sister loves
it's
TikTok.
It's cool. I don't judge you. It's cool.
No, I don't have one yet. And I wanted to
you.
get one because she shows me the funniest videos.
Okay, I got to ask you a question.
Okay, go.
If a man has a TikTok,
it's totally unattractive to me.
Turn off, right? It's like if he has cats.
There's a couple things that I feel like are unattractive. Yeah, if he has cats. I'm not a cat person either. Yeah. And not if he has cats, but if he's more of a cat lover, I'm like,
Yo, the last 3 girlfriends I had cats, and I could never go to any of their houses.
Are you allergic?
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't be around cats. And
so they
literally
take a Benadryl if you want to come over. That's what you were doing?
Psych. That's what I'm not going to do. Like.
Yeah, cats. I have a hate for cats because my mom told me when we were little that they make you sterile. She's like, don't fucking pet cats.
Really?
They make you sterile. They don't let you have babies when you grow up. And I was like, oh my God, okay, I'm not going to touch a cat. So I grew up like with this fear of cats. And I was like, but you know, like my best friend has a cat and everyone loves cats.
Cat people are going to like talk wild shit to us in our DMs. Like, I was about to say cats are like creepy, but I'm not going to say it. Like,
everyone tells me once you own a cat, you learn to love what a cat is. Maybe they're less maintenance. Maybe.
I grew up with dogs. Like, I can't, it's too different. Like, it's too different than... Nah, you don't even play with a cat. Like, you don't even like. The cats are just chilling. It's like having a nice like.
They're funny. I love those videos where you see the cat. They're like they knock shit out the fucking table all the time. I'm like, I would kill a cat. They just hop on and just throw everything, and I'm like, they're just too. Yeah, they're not my kind of animal.
So, you moved here from Cuba when you were 3. Have you gone back yet?
Yeah, I haven't gone in a long time. I want to say like maybe 8+ years. Mm-hmm. But we've gone back, and
you have a lot of family there.
Yeah, obviously. I have my whole mom's side. Okay. Everyone from my mom's side is over there. So, so you know, we haven't gone in a while. Mm-hmm. But going over there is we don't come from like super rich. So over there, we're not the poorest.
Just middle class.
You know, my mom's been able to maintain the houses over there and stuff like that. But I always feel like...
First of all, we gotta shout out to your mom because you said she came from nothing. Y'all were in a basement, right? Give your mom her props because
I give my mom props.
She came here with nothing.
She came here with nothing. No, she's a nurse, by the way. Mm-hmm. So she studied the whole language. She became at 30 years old with 2 fucking kids that we were not easy because we were all running around. Mm-hmm. And she made something of herself. So she's definitely an idol. Yeah, shout out to her. She's definitely an idol. Someone that comes, and she did something of herself. She really did. So I always say that kids should live in Cuba until they're like 8. Or 10 and then come over here. I know it's exaggerated.
No, I like that. It'll keep you humble.
I feel, and I'm not saying Cuba, but any type of country where you have to sacrifice a little more.
That's why I moved to Colombia for like 3 months to Medellin, and it gave me like a whole new perspective on life, and I got addicted to like, I kept having to go back because you go there and you become so grateful, you know what I mean? Like it reminds you, like you think poverty is like, Wynwood, or you think, but no, I know what real poverty is. Like poverty is not the poverty here in the United States. This is a different type of poverty.
There is poverty that makes you, when I listen, I used to go over there And with one bucket of water, I used to wash my hair, wash myself, shave my legs, play with the water, think of everything I wanted to think of in the shower, and still have water left over to play with.
Wow.
If you really know, and we stay hours underwater. We stay hours in the water.
Wow.
So it's little things like that that you're like, we really are blessed. Like, these people have a bucket a day. These people have cold water. These people have
water. That's just one thing. Most Americans have never even taken a cold shower before.
Cold water. And the only way it gets warm, they have to boil. Like, out of that bucket, my grandma would grab like un jarro, and she boiled that jarro. So when she would pour it in, the whole water would be like a little warm. That's what she would do for us. But it's cold water.
And y'all think you know poverty. Like,
no, man. Listen, I always tell everybody, and I'm not saying that anybody's situation is less important than anybody else. I guess it's just a way of feeling a little better. Like, someone out there has it 10 times worse. Someone out there has it 10 times worse.
You always have to keep that in your mind.
Always. Someone out there has it 10 times worse. We're very blessed. And even living in this country, you're blessed. There's videos of Mexican people like cutting off little kids' ears, and I've seen people like skin a child, and I'm like, yo, this is a message. Relax. This is a message being sent. Like, you don't see that here.
No, that's why I say I try to keep it in my mind, because something like, like I tell my parents all the time, my parents will come home and they'll complain about like traffic. Like, yo, I sat in traffic for fucking on 95 for at 5 o'clock. I'm like, yo, you're in a car with a little air conditioning room. Like, yo, people don't even have. That's why one of the dopest, I'm going to say, it was probably one of the dopest moments of my life. I got to take my mom to Medellin.
Oh, yeah?
And I took her to Medellin.
Is she Colombian?
I'm white. Yo, I'm white. My parents are.
So why did you go to Colombia? You had like
Because I've never been able to leave. I never went to college, like I told you when I left high. So I never was able to leave Miami because I was stuck on the radio. So I went to Colombia for the first time to Cartagena, and I fell in love with it. So when I came back, I quit radio. I was like, yo, it's my first time in my life where I could go somewhere. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna just go back to Medellin. And I took Spanish classes. I took I DJ'd over there. I met friends. I was in the studio working over there a little bit.
And who did you stay with when you were over there? You had friends?
No, I bought an Airbnb.
Nice.
$800 per month. So I was there for 2 months. So $1,600 in like a nice place.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I would walk down a hill because Medellin is mad hills. So I would walk up and down a hill to go to the Spanish class. I'm like, yo, I could take a cab for 50 cents. But I'm like, yo, I'm walking this shit. Like, yo, I'm thugging this shit out, and I'm walking down and I'm walking back up. I did that shit for 2 months, and I came back over here, started DJing more full time, and I was like, damn. And I would go to Colombia like 3 times a year. I'll go to Cartagena and Medellin, and I was like, beautiful. Yo, it changed the way I thought, and I was like, I wish more Americans could travel to places like this, and it would fix a lot of the problems we have. But I was like, yo, I want to take my mom here. You know what I mean? Like, and because a lot of Americans, they think that like, Colombia or like a third world country is like dirt roads, and they think like it's like, so it is in certain places, but it's
very beautiful.
I took her to Medellin. The malls are better than the malls here in Miami. And she was like, wow. And we get in the cab, and the food. The cab driver speaking Spanish. She's like, yo, how are we gonna? I'm like, yo. She saw me speak Spanish. She's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, she saw me like communicate to the cab driver, and like,
so that was super dope experience.
Like she never knew I knew Spanish like that. You know what I mean? And when I took her to Colombia, and that's all it was Spanish, she was like, oh shit, like, and I think it's important for people to like see places like that, to like, it keeps you grounded, it keeps you humble. So things like traffic. When I'm in traffic, I think about what I've seen. Like, it doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? I instantly like, yo, people have it worse, and I'll put some music on and forget about it.
Throughout this, you feel sometimes like everybody goes through it. I'm not saying that I'm like, oh my God, I never go through a phase where I don't feel sad, or I don't feel like ungrateful for things, or I'm upset of something that's happening in the life at that moment. And then it just takes that. Just be like, oh my God, there's so many things that are going on. There's people that their family are dying. Like, our health is, like the money, there's so many things that people have to deal with on a day. And there's so many people in this world. Yo,
did you see this shit August Alsina put about Jada Smith?
Do you know the full story?
I mean, I know it's out.
I don't know the full story at all, but I have heard of it. Like, today we were all talking about it, and what was it? Some kid came out saying that he was like emotionally abused.
No. Okay, so Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, right? They've been rumored for a long time to have an open relationship. Like, they fuck each other and shit. They fuck other people. But and it's been a rumor like maybe a year or 2 years ago that August Alsina hooked up with Jada Pinkett Smith, but it was never really addressed. He did an interview. First of all, he looks nuts. That's number one. No one's seen him for like 2 years. He looks crazy. Like whatever he's wearing, whatever. And he basically said like, yo, I had a relationship with like Will Smith's. They're together. They're married. Like
they're open though.
But they haven't been like publicly open like that. It's just like it was been a rumor, you know? So he like exposed it. Like
he was like, all right, this is legit.
Like he's a man that literally like talked like a female, you know, and like said like, yo, how do you kiss it? Yeah, he looks crazy. First, his aesthetic, he looks nuts. First of all, okay, I don't want to. First of all, August Alsina went through a lot of shit. I think like his sister died, who had like 4 kids. Now he's like a dad. His brother died. Like a lot of shit happened to him. So, but he went out there and just over talked. Obviously, he released new music, which is kind of corny. Yeah. So you're gonna over talk to promote your shit. Yeah. But
he's making conversation.
Yeah, but that's crazy. I'm curious to see what Will Smith like. No one's ever done that, but he basically said, "Yo, I had a relationship."
You think he's gonna? Will Smith isn't really one to. I hate talking about celebrities. I feel like I'm talking like I know them. Like, hey, Will Smith is never gonna do that. Like, I know him.
I had to bring it up, but like, I have to bring it up.
I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. I think they have a very, very weird but good thing going on.
How do you feel about like open relationships?
I personally wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
But I think if you got that and you're able, there's always boundaries.
Yeah.
There's always boundaries. But if you have someone that's willing, if that's your mentality and you find someone that you can introduce other people to in your relationship, I guess, if that's just, everyone has their thing.
Yeah.
If that's your thing and you find someone, I don't see anything wrong with it as long as it's very communicative. Like,
see, my thing is deception is the only like crime. So as long as we're not lying to each other,
right.
My rule in a relationship is like the main thing I put is trust. So like I've always been the person where I'm gonna tell you the truth even if you don't want to hear it. Like
right.
Deception is the only crime. So if I feel like I'm honest with you, then when we're honest with each other, then
it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. And if you're not cool with what it is, then you could like make a decision and not be a part of it.
Right. So it just depends. I don't think they look like they've been in that open shit for a long time. They look like they've been, and her Red Table Talks are I like her. I love her.
She's dope.
I like her.
All of them are dope.
All of them are very dope.
As fuck.
Yeah. But her Red Table Talks are the shit.
Yeah.
She's very dope. She's very down to earth. She's very honest. I'll tell you straight up, like, yeah.
She has a lot of opinions that are like unorthodox.
And her mom too. Her mom's an OG.
Yeah.
Her mom ain't play no games. Her mom is very, very, very intellectual woman. Knows what the fuck she's talking about.
I think about people like that who are that rich, that smart, and you put that together, and their opinions are so different and like eclectic, and like you know what I mean, from like everyone else's opinion.
And there's so many rumors of the Smiths being into that Illuminati thing, and they've proved themselves.
Yeah.
They've proved themselves. He's a very talented man, and she knows what the fuck she's doing too.
I think about that, like if that's like the way to go though. Like, do you think people are meant to be monogamous? Like, do you think like a marriage there's gonna be no infidelity in a relationship? Oh, you don't want to get to this?
God, I hate it. I hate these conversations because I feel like I don't have a full, clear opinion about it because I'm so on and off about it. Because to me, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Have you? Okay, well, I mean, I would have to ask you. Have you like had your heart broken before? Would you say? First of all, have you been in a love? Would you say?
I have been in love.
Okay.
I definitely, yes. I could say that I feel like I have been in love, but I feel like love comes in so many different ways that you may want that type of love, and it's not really love. Am I making sense?
Nope.
No, right?
Explain.
Like, okay, how do I explain it? Like some people may feel like they have fallen in love, and it's just a different emotion than you have felt for anybody else, but that's not really love in your mind, because then you see that you have these people that say, yeah, this is the guy, I fell in love with him, this is the one that's my first love, and then you meet somebody that changes your entire world and you're like, okay, this is love. How many people have not changed your opinion about who made them fall in love in reality?
I'm confused.
Okay, like I don't feel like you can ever say, yes, this is my first time love. Like this is the first time I felt love, because you always feel something different with that person that you say you love after that.
Well, so I feel like every relationship that doesn't work out is like I know what I want for my next one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. There's so many different levels of love. So who am I to be like, yeah, I fell in love when I still, me personally, don't feel like, I feel like there's still other levels of love that I haven't experienced. That I see other women go through that I'm like, wow, you know, maybe I haven't been treated that way, or maybe I haven't experienced that.
So
from
are you
a man.
the type to think that, like, if say you're like in a relationship and are you single?
Yeah.
Okay. Say you're in a relationship and everything is you're cool with how it is right now. Are you the type to, like, maybe the grass is greener on the other side? Are you the type to, like, you know, think that you expect more? But you're already, you know what I mean? Like, because if you're always looking for the next best
No,
thing,
I definitely feel like I should expect a little more. I definitely feel like I should expect a little more. And I think growing up, you get to gain that. Like you said, once you go through relationships, you're like, okay, I don't want that anymore for my life. So I want this, or I want this from a guy, and I don't want that. So you start to learn what you want around you. It's not what you expect, but everybody has a different type of persona that they want around them. Like, and it's happened. Like, have you ever dated a girl and you're like, damn, I don't like the way she fucking eats. But then you date another girl, she's the same way. You're like, it ain't that bad.
Maybe women are like this. Maybe this is women.
Like, you like certain things in other people that you won't like in others. Why are you laughing? You're like, I don't like that.
There's little things that I'm like, damn, why am I so turned off right now? I shouldn't be like, yo, this is not a big deal. You know what I mean?
If some...
Pull this out.
You're like, I'm not putting this
so
shit up.
bad. Because I've lost, like, friends and whether I'm on the radio, like when I was on the radio and I would tell Laz off air about, like, relationship shit. You're like, yo, my girl did it. He's like, nope, go to the mic. And he would point to the microphone and go on the radio.
Because it makes you relatable. These are your experiences. Yeah.
Exactly. But how do you think the girl felt?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've lost friends because I've put out shit on the air, out there. You know what I mean? So, and I tell every woman that I date, I'm like, yo, you have to understand, like my job is to, like, you know, be transparent about me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, like, if you're gonna fuck with someone like me, or even maybe a DJ or someone on the radio, or just any type of someone who gets attention, it takes a special type of security to be able to, like, to be cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I've lost friends.
So maybe a little off topic of, but so how do you feel? Because that's a big deal. How do you, even you're in the nightlife, so it might be a different perspective, but how do you feel about dating someone that works in the nightlife? And you're in the nightlife.
Yo, it's crazy because my last 3 girlfriends were in the nightlife, and I keep telling myself, yo, let me fuck with a regular chick who, like, has a daytime career. You know what I'm saying?
9 to 5.
Yeah, like, you know, but I always just gravitate to the girls in the industry. I don't know.
Because it's what we're around.
Yeah.
Because it's what you're around all the time at night. And
the thing is that it's easy money. It's easy money, so all the most beautiful women work in the nightlife and make the most money. So that's what I end up with. You know what I'm saying?
So you think that if you weren't in the nightlife, do you think dating someone that were in the nightlife would be difficult for you?
I don't think I would do it because I wouldn't know that, like...
Nobody fucking does. Nobody thinks that they could date someone in the nightlife.
Would you date someone in the nightlife?
Hell no. Hell no. No, you're right. I wouldn't. Especially not a man.
Have you had, like, experience with it? Like, failed experience with dating someone in the nightlife?
No, I've never... I mean, I dated someone that was, like, a security guard for a little bit, but it wasn't, like... He was really, really in the nightlife. He was only for a couple months. So I've never honestly dated anybody from my world at all.
There's pros and cons to it, though. Like, it's dope that, like, if both of y'all get off at, you know, whatever, 5 in.the.morning, come through, you know what I mean? It could be a Sunday. You don't have to work on Monday. You know what I mean?
I definitely don't think you could work
nightlife relationships are like Monday, Tuesday. That's when a nightlife weekend is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never experienced with someone in the nightlife, but I've experienced being the person in the nightlife and having those arguments. So I'm always like, so...
You've never had a nightlife relationship? Like with
somebody that's in the nightlife? Yeah. No. Like I said, like I dated somebody that was a security guard for like maybe 2-3 months, but it wasn't like a constant relationship where we were both getting off at the same time. Like we were both experiencing the same type of things or in the nightlife. So most of my relationships have been with people that have normal jobs that are during the day. So it's very frustrating to have a relationship with someone that doesn't understand the nightlife.
So how would you feel if you were dating someone in the nightlife?
I wouldn't.
Oh, you wouldn't?
That was deep into the nightlife? I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't. And that can be superficial, but I've seen way too many things, bro. There's just too much temptation.
Tell me why why you have that opinion.
There's too much temptation. And it's very hard to find.
So you're saying a guy's always gonna crack, basically. There's no way that you could trust a guy to be able to, like, do you have trust issues?
I don't have trust issues. I really don't. unless you give me, like, I don't. Like, if I get with somebody, bro, I don't even.
You're categorizing. I will never date a guy in the nightlife.
Like, I don't give a fuck what.
Because you think all guys are this way, and that's not a way to like assess.
But
something.
Yeah, you're right. I'm categorizing anybody that works in the nightlife as a man. Yeah, you're right. I've been in the nightlife.
I feel bad because you work in the biggest strip club in Miami, so I can't imagine.
If you're a man in the nightlife and you're not working at a place that considers you a bartender, because most bartenders have to be women in most places. You're most likely a fucking security guard, right? If you're in the nightlife, you're the security guard, manager, whatever the fuck.
A DJ.
A DJ, but that's different. That's different. Like, yeah, but DJs don't just. You know, I haven't really seen a lot of DJs get with like people in. I
had a conversation where like this girl was like, "Yo, I could never date a DJ because you have so many women in the DJ booth."
Same thing as the nightlife. You're right. It's just it. I wouldn't do it, bro. It's just too much temptation. It's too much jealousy. Like, and I'm not saying that I'm super jealous, but it gets to you. Yeah. It gets to you. And I'm in the nightlife, so I know what it is to deal with something. And I know I gotta bat my eyes at, and I know I gotta do shit that you gotta be looking at to make my bread. And you're gonna be doing the same thing. So it's always gonna be some type of argument. When you're in a relationship, you feel like there's a boundary or a line to things you gotta do, and you're always gonna find something to be like, okay, but I'm dating you, shouldn't have gone that far. But you see,
I put the thing. Nah, because when I've dated women in nightlife, you know, they're wearing, you know, the clothes that y'all have to wear, and I'm cool with it. Like, I kind of like it actually, because I have to put my ultimate trust in her. Like, you have to put your trust in somebody, you know what I mean? And just trust that they're gonna, you know, deny the temptation, you know? So the only way you would think you must have been hurt or something must have, what have you seen?
Bro,
tell me what you've seen.
I've seen these guys destroy these women in the club. I've seen guys that are married, that are freaking dating for years, and they're just wilding out at the club, and you never know because it's 5 a.m. and you're sleeping. So it's like, yeah, I guess you're right. You're categorizing it. I guess you're right. I guess maybe I'm being a little like, since I work there and I see all the guys, I'm like, I would never date a guy in the nightlife, but I'm in the nightlife, so I understand. Like,
because you're only looking at those type of men. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're only surrounded by that. So working in the nightlife, everything anybody tells you is not special.
What were you gonna say? You've never seen DJs? What?
I've never really had
You've never seen fuckboy DJs? That's what I'm trying to tell. Like,
maybe because I'm not like always in their little DJ cabin, and I don't know.
A cabin.
Like a DJ cabin.
Yo, she said the DJ cabin, dude. Yo, that's the dopest shit I've ever heard.
The DJ cabin.
Yo, pull up to the DJ cabin. I'm here in the cabin.
But I've never seen at least in my nightlife like a crazy drama between a DJ and like a waitress, or a DJ and like a bartender. Maybe like DJs and strippers and things like that, but like nothing serious. I've never seen like a serious relationship. Usually DJs have their own little thing going on the side, and then they bring the bitches to the cabin.
The booth. Yo, pull up to the cabin, ma. We here. We got the Henny.
Usually you see the DJs come, they walk in with their set, and they have like a little bitch on their hand. So you're like, okay, this is the DJ's girl. But no, there's a lot of men that are great in the nightlife. I just know.
See me, I DJ and I leave. I'm the guy who goes in the back door, gets in the DJ cabin, does his shit, and leaves the cabin.
And that's another thing that a lot of these men, that's maybe another thing that I have. Like a lot of, not even only men, but first of all, women are bad. Women are worse than guys. I've seen women.
Explain, do tell.
I think women are worse than guys.
As far as what?
As far as disloyalty, as far as like wittiness, flirting. Like, I think women are worse than guys.
But understand, the women that you're sampling are women that work in a strip club.
Bro, fuck that. There's women that have 9 to 5 that have destroyed men. Like, I feel like women can be 10 times worse than men. Women can get away with a lot more than men, and they're 10 times smarter. They can get away with a lot more than men.
So you think women cheat more than men?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's weird for me to say, but I think women cheat more than men.
Why would you?
And when a woman cheats,
she's not over the relationship.
It's not like when a man cheats. That's the big thing with me. That men cheat all the fucking time. You know, there's disloyalty, but I can honestly say that I can believe that a man cheats and there's no fucking feelings. Like, that was just temptation. Like, he loves the shit out of you. He just fucked up. I can believe that.
See, a lot of women don't acknowledge that.
No,
so that's dope that
I can believe it.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not condoning the action, because nobody hold a gun to your head. You feel me? Like, that doesn't mean that you don't love me now. You just didn't respect me enough. There's a difference between I love you and I respect you. Like, you just didn't respect me that fucking day. But I get that you do love me and that person doesn't mean anything to you. You know? I get that. But when a woman cheats, there's feelings, my guy. There's no way a woman's, unless you like walling out like that.
When a woman cheats, is it attributed?
It's usually cheated and it's with the same guy and it's more than several times. You guys can fuck around. You fucked a bitch that you don't even know and that's it. You'll never talk to her again.
Yeah.
When a bitch is cheating, she's talking to that said, good morning. Did you eat?
Okay, but is she cheating because of the guy that's taking her for granted? The relationship guy that's taking her for granted? Or
sometimes it's not that. I feel like
sometimes everything is good in her relationship.
And you just lose it.
And
it's possible.
and temptation hits you. And the guy that you're always on his story, he fucked you better. You're always on his shit. Like every woman that has a guy has another guy that on deck, like in the cut, that she's always looking at his story. Maybe they DM every once in a while. Every woman knows that if this relationship doesn't work, she has the guy that she's thinking about, right?
Yeah. No. Depends. It depends how far you are. Like, yeah, when you're in your little talking stage, or maybe you have that one person that you always go back to, or that you like mess around with, and it's just that. But when it comes to relationships, like, I don't think women have like, no, I don't know. If women cheat, to me, like that's it. If she cheats on you,
it's because it's feelings, it's emotions.
It's an emotional thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like oh my god, my dick is hard. Like we don't know, our fucking pussies don't get hard. That's it. I don't feel it for you. The difference is that women aren't verbal about it.
So let me ask you this: how can a woman cheat if it's emotional? If she's still emotionally good with this guy, you know what I'm saying? But that's
what I'm saying. When she cheats, there's something.
That's what I asked you. So there's something wrong within the relationship for her to go cheat.
Yeah,
she's not getting something.
Maybe, right, and like I said, I'm not condoning the women either, because sometimes whatever is wrong can be worked on. It doesn't have to lead to you, being infiel or anything like that. But yeah, I think something, whether it be a treatment, whether it be financially, whether it be, I don't know, he doesn't fucking cook, or he's lazy, he doesn't get out of bed, something that somebody else has.
He's been doing it for a minute.
Right, and maybe the only thing that he has is the one thing that's missing from this guy, and all you want, and you just have that, you get me?
Scandal.
Exactly. Then you're like, all right, then you do it, and then you feel bad, and it's always a back and forth. So I feel like being communicative is the only thing that works. Like you don't have to cheat. Like, you don't have to be looked at as a cheater. It's okay to go fuck somebody else. If you don't like this, like, you don't like him, bro, just be honest with me. Yo, I don't like you no more, dog. I don't like the way you fucking me.
It's the snaky shit that's wrong with cheating.
Exactly. Let's not call it. It's a snaky thing that's wrong with having an intercourse with someone else, maybe right after, or a week after, or how people are like, oh my God, you fuck somebody a week after? What the fuck? It's just... If
we're done, we're done. Like, what happens a week after is none of your business.
But then again, you don't have to rush to that. If there's a conversation that could be had and you really want to save the relationship.
If we're broken up, if we've already broke up.
Sex, what? He doesn't fuck you good, bro. Sex can be worked on. Sex is a taught thing.
Okay, so here's my question to you. You think that? You think you could teach someone to like satisfy you?
In certain ways, yes. If you like that person enough and sex is the only problem, unless, there's physical deals that you can't deal with. Like if there's something physical is it working for me? Yeah. Then it's just like maybe the way he moves, or maybe he does, like he's not touching you in the right places. Like a woman has to know their body. Like I definitely feel like if sex is the only problem and
you would work with a guy.
Penis is an average size for you.
Yeah.
It could be worked on. It really could. And he's willing to try, it could be worked on. Like
I think about that. Like if like vice versa for me. Like if I could tell a girl like what to do. See, for me, there's never like a technique wrong. It's your attitude towards sex is what makes sex good to me. So like if you don't have the attitude for it, I can't teach you that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I could tell you little techniques, do this, do that, but if you don't have like the freak in you, I can't teach you that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's just how I feel. Maybe it's different with women to men, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe you could teach him, yo, lick here, motherfucker. Where you licking? Like, yo, you could do that.
Go down.
Go down, left. Like, you can do that. But like, for me, it's an attitude. So like, like I could kiss somebody and know if the sex is going to be whack or not. Yeah, exactly.
The chemistry has to be there. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to be fucking somebody I don't like and then be like, all right, look, if you do this, then it will be okay. No, you have to know that too. Like, but that's what I'm saying. If you like if there's something else other than sex that's driving you, which sometimes there is. Sometimes bed is not a big deal, but they elevate you, or they're good and they treat you a certain way.
They mentally stimulate you, or they support you. Maybe they're financially.
Anything that makes you look at them like, okay, you know, this is someone that I could potentially be a very long time with, and the only thing that's wrong is I don't like the way he fucking eats my pussy. That's something you could teach.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, sex is a very open thing. You can bring in. There's so many things that you could do with sex, like that. I hate when somebody's like, oh my God, I love him. He's like the best. He treats me great, but he fucking sucks in bed.
That's a problem. That's not like something you could just easily correct. Like that's an attitude. That's like a I can't even think of it, but it's not. That's not a technique.
The chemistry has to be there,
right?
But why are you in a
relationship?
If
if chemistry's there,
if there's no chemistry,
if chemistry's there, the sex should be good, in my opinion. How many relationships where like the chemistry's good but the sex is whack? Like that.
It's happened. It's happened where the chemistry is fucking amazing. I would want to hang out every fucking day, but this just wasn't working for me in bed. It wasn't working in bed, and it happens. It happens where chemistry is great.
Have you had that happen to you? Like you're in a relationship where like everything was great and he just was like whack in bed?
It wasn't a relationship, but maybe somebody I would have liked to get to know more.
Like
and it was so fucking bad. So fucking bad that I was like, okay, there's no teaching.
Oh, like you had high hopes for him and he just like, oh, like you're whack.
Like bed was literally the only thing that distinguished me wanting to be with them or not. And that's like a big, so that's why I'm saying it is a big deal.
Yeah. What's your sign?
Taurus.
Okay, so so sex is something like important to you. Yeah, so
they say I'm not big on astrology.
Really?
You're good. You're big on it?
No, I mean I know about me, but like
my sister's huge on it, so she's always like sending me things. But I'm not huge. Like I can't be like
Guatemala.
Like today you're gonna have the sun on your side.
You're a Taurus. You eat when you're hungry. Like I do eat when I'm hungry. That's crazy. That's me. Like yo, nah, I feel you. Yeah, but. I don't know. So you've never had that, like you've had to teach a guy like what to do and like guide him before?
I've never had to actually like sit and be like, hey, I like you, but you suck. Let me give you a playbook. I've never had to actually be like that. But if you want to be satisfied, you have to be verbal. Like you have to be verbal. Hey, I like it like this. I don't like it. Or if you don't
I think a lot of women would say, if you don't, I'm not trying to teach you. If you don't know how to satisfy me, then there's no relationship.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It has to be something else that drives you. And the only thing that's fucked up is sex for you to want to teach that.
Yeah.
Because if not, it's an important thing. Some people will stay in relationships just because it felt good.
So what are important qualities for you?
But honesty is a big deal. Mm-hmm. If you can be honest about anything, I'll respect you so much. Bro, you can fucking cheat on me. And if you're honest about it, I'm not saying it's
Deception
real.
is the only...
But like I said, it makes... You know what ruins it for me is when you look at somebody and you get like... You're like disgusted by them. Like that person no longer, you look and you're like, ugh. Once you have that reaction towards somebody, like, ugh, that's gone. And that happens like that by lying, not being communicative.
Like you believe that trust cannot be fixed. Once it's broken, it's a wrap. Yeah. That's what I think. Like I think once like we lie to each other, like I can't trust. It could be. It
depends on the lie. I think there are little white lies that weren't hidden maliciously or being told maliciously. Maybe it was they were scared or little lies, tiny lies. Like, hey, I don't know how to explain a little lie, but little white lies. Everybody has little like white lies. Maybe to not hurt your feelings or to not make you feel a certain way. So I believe that those things happen. Like white lies you could be able to get over that. But I think you don't get nowhere in a relationship if you lie. Or if you're not honest or trustworthy.
Trust is the most important thing.
You get nowhere. Yeah. And I don't think that once you break it very good, like once you break it or you have like a really big breakup, like I know some people don't hold grudges and some people like to forgive and forget. That's not mine. Unfortunately have realized as I'm growing up that I do hold grudges a lot. I'll get over it. I'll talk to you. You need something, I'm there for everybody in my life. But I will never forget that. And I'll place you in a category in my life that's just who you are.
You're just at arm's length. Like I can't bring you close to me.
Like everybody. I tell you, people, life is easy. Like you don't like the way that person hangs out when he's drunk, so you hang out with him to go work out and that's it. That's who you are to go work out.
Damn, I had this talk. I don't know if I could get with that.
What?
Like if you're my friend and let's say you're bad with money or you owe me money, I can't like hang out with you in other like departments in life. I'm not good at that.
But that doesn't mean he's a bad person. And that doesn't... money's different. You're talking about
money is like kind of like with trust and like lying. Yeah, money's
like a trust thing like that. I look like money's is a more like I'm giving you something. I'm talking about like just people. You have your friends. You're like, oh my God, he's so fucking annoying when he's drunk. or oh my god, we can't talk about men around her.
Okay, those are just little
and
annoying.
Those annoying people that are gonna be around your life because you have no fucking choice. Just categorize them, and that's what I mean. When people break your trust, you categorize them. Like, okay, he's a fucking piece of shit. He broke my trust in this, but he took care of me and my mom, or he took, he did this and that for my sister.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you how you feel about this type of friend, because we all have him, and this is where you would have to make the decision. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the friend? Because I have this issue a lot. How do you feel about the friend that, or maybe you're this friend, I don't know. Yo, you low-key might be this friend.
I'm scared.
How do you feel about the friend that doesn't respect your time?
What do you mean? Like they get mad?
Yeah, no, like they're late for, like you wait. Do you have a friend that you wait on, or are you the friend that everyone waits on you?
No, I don't. I mean, everyone's fucking late all the time, I guess, in my group. So it's like expected. Okay. So we kind of do like if we got to be the 8, like you got to be ready by 7 type shit.
Okay.
I think I get frustrated if I'm late. Like if I start getting late, I start getting frustrated because I feel like everyone's going to like judge me. Like,
those are those are your friends, right? So like today, right? Like if we say, yo, pull up at 9:30, right? And I wasn't here.
Oh yeah.
And it's a problem.
Right. If friends are something you right, I get what you're saying. Like if it's more of like a business aspect or maybe even like a date or something that you're waiting on, and they tell you like, oh, I'll be in this time, and then I don't get mad if you communicate. Right. Like, hey, I'm gonna be like 15 minutes later.
What is that window? Like 15 minutes? Is that like? Where is
like
it?
At least 10 minutes before, or like I didn't think I texted you actually when I got here. So I was, I'm like,
but this was different. It's not like we met at a place for a date. This was just like a podcast pull up, whenever. Like no pressure.
So I think when there's like an actual like something going on, like this is important, you have to be here at a certain time, and then you're not, and then you don't communicate getting there. I think that would be more of a pet peeve.
See, like I have like 2 friends, right? Where like, yo, I'm gonna scoop you up at 11, right? I'm white. I'm on time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm there. And like, they'll be like, yo, I'll be out and, I'll be on 5 minutes. All right.
You're in there. You listen to the whole Bad Bunny album. Still not outside.
Yo, you get to the point where it's been 20 minutes, right? And you grab like the steering wheel and you're like, yo, I don't think I should be friends with him anymore. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, so I was curious to know where your line is with that.
I think being a woman is different.
I feel like time and money are the same thing. So like if you waste my time, you're wasting my bread. Like you're fucking with my money. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Like especially to somebody who's busy and like operates on a schedule. Like I need to do this to go to the gym at this time, do that. You know what I mean? So if it's like relaxed, I got nothing to do, it's different. But the time thing, if I find myself like gritting my teeth at my friends because it's like, yo. But maybe you're the friend who's just...
Maybe. No, I'm not super late to all things. But I guess since we're all women, like my friends, so we're kind of used to like, we all just get there late. Like we'll all meet up at a house and be like, okay, we're almost there. And then we'll just be there late. And we're girls, so, people don't really care. But when it comes to like maybe a date or something like this, like or even a friend like, hey, I want you to come do my braids or some shit. And I'm like, I want you to be here at 7 and I have to be somewhere at 7:45. Like, goddamn, you knew I had to be there at 7:45. Like,
see, for men, it's like, because if you're my friend, right, and you can't even be on time, like I can't trust you with like business.
You're just not reliable. You're not a reliable person.
Yeah, but can you be friends with an unreliable person? You feel me? Like is it, like
you gotta put them in your life the way you want to. So he's not reliable. You know that nigga, you can call him to go out and he'll be there an hour later.
So wait, listen to what you're saying. You're like, can you be friends with someone who's unreliable?
It's just a different type of friendship.
Where does that unreliable leak into other things, right? So like, if I have a DJ gig, I have to be at the club at 12. If you've made me late before. I have friends that have made me late. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So now you're fucking with my bread. You're fucking with my money, right? Now, can you still be my friend? Can I rely on you to like, if a fight breaks out, can you hold me down? Like, does that reliable like break it, like leak into other things?
But you don't think that maybe there's different things? Like you wouldn't
like, are you gonna
you've
talk
never
to
had a friend that maybe's been late to like a podcast but will back your shit up if somebody talks shit about you? You've never had someone like that maybe? Everyone has their little flaw. That's what I mean by like, you could be his friend. You just gotta know like, all right, I'm gonna call I want to go out, or I'm gonna call this guy because I'm about to get jumped and he's gonna help me. But I'm not gonna call him to come be here at a certain time. So I'm gonna call somebody else.
Compartmentalize your friends.
That's the easiest way to be in life. Not even friends, people in your life you're gonna be let down a million times. The point is how you react to the situation. So you're gonna be upset and bitch that out. You're gonna be mad and you're not gonna talk to him for the rest of your life. But he could be very essential to you in a fight. Why take him out of your life when he can help you with that? but he can't be reliable. That's fine. Just don't call him when you need something to do. You're going to call him when you need somebody. You're going to hang out with him whenever you want to hang out, but you're not going to be waiting on him being reliable.
I feel you.
You just put people in your life where they belong. That being reliable is not a priority to them. That's fine. Maybe fighting is not a priority to you. So together,
okay, so let me ask you this. Okay, I like where we're going with this. Could you be in a relationship with someone who's not reliable?
No, that's different.
But that's the standard that I hold with my friends. Like, I need I'm not good with having acquaintance friends. I'm not good with having like halfway friends.
I get
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
a lot of people, I guess I'm some people call me a loner because I don't have I could count on like maybe one hand of the people that I trust. You know what I'm saying? But like if you don't have certain qualities about you, I can't invest, because a friendship is like an investment too to me. You know what I mean? Like, I want to help.
Yeah, but so you don't invest.
Yeah.
So you don't invest that part of you. To me, it took me a very long time to realize those things, because you start getting disappointed and you get let down and you feel sad and you're like, damn, why didn't they this or why didn't they that? Am I not a good friend, or are they not a good friend? Like, and I get what you mean about the acquaintance
and then
thing.
You're like, all right, let me just keep fucking with them. See, my problem is I cut them.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's not bad. That's the same way of compartmentalizing people in your life. You just take them out. I don't want the person in my life, so you just take them out because they did this.
Yeah.
But sometimes it doesn't have to be such a, like, you don't have to feel a certain way about it. A lot of people feel a certain way about how their friends are around them. Like, and me too. I've sold out a million fucking people, and then you feel like shit too. Like, am I a good friend because I didn't go? Am I a good friend because I sold them out? But it's just, and then as you're speaking about relationship, if you're picking somebody to be in a relationship, then that has to be a quality that you look for. If that's not a quality they have, you gotta let them go.
Yeah.
Yo, you're not the one for me. I need you to be reliable. Whatever bitch is gonna be next to me needs to be reliable. You're not reliable, then another girl can come. So, little things like that. But I get you. Then you feel drained too because you have all these friends.
Just like judge my friends. Like, I love my friends so much, and I would do anything for like my close friends. So when you have the potential to be like my friend, I judge you in that way, like my girlfriend. That's my problem, and why I think that's my biggest weakness, is that You're
very passionate about how people should be.
Like, I put so much stock into like my friends and like my relationships that like I have the bar raised really high, you know what I'm saying? And if like I would do anything for somebody who meets that requirement, you know what I mean? But like a lot of people just fall short, and it's like maybe I'm fucked up for having my bar too high, but then people like, never raise your bar, like never raise your standards, like, so I don't know.
No, I think you're 100% right in having a high standard. I always actually have it tattooed on my back. It's a saying that I love, and it's called expect the worst and hope for the best. You'll never be let down.
Yeah.
And that happens with everything in life.
How many tattoos you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 10, 11?
Yeah, 10?
Yeah, I got like 10, but they're tiny.
But they're like little.
Like, they're like tiny. I have like maybe 1, 2, 3, my foot, I want to do like a whole like calf sleeve, like maybe like 5 big pieces.
Okay, maybe so my like question 5. To you is, out of the 10 tattoos, how many of them are words?
Oh my God, bro, I look like a fucking
depressed
story, like a depressed poetry book. That's what I look like.
Yo, for me, I always say if I would tap my whole body, I would look like a book, because words are what hit me more than pictures.
I really like scriptures. Yeah. And my sister's like, oh my God, you always have some depressing shit on your body.
You're the person who has the ill-ass Instagram pic, and you sit there for 30 minutes about the caption, yo.
You Google like best captions, like puns for whatever. Like, you know how many times you Google like captions, and then you end up like, what?
Fuck it, let me put this Drake quote. Like,
I'm gonna put a fucking happy face. Like, what do you do,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm into words. Like, words are like important to me. So if I were to get tatted, I just want words around me.
You don't have any tattoos, do you?
No, I have a whole chest piece.
Oh, you have a whole chest piece.
I have like 1, 2, and I connected, and I have here. But I want to get a sleeve so bad. That's like the biggest decision in my life.
I'm so scared to end up like completely tattooed.
Really?
Yeah, I love it so much. I love tattoos.
I mean, you don't have anything visible.
I don't have... That's the thing I have my forearm piece now. But before, all my tattoos are, pretty much hidden. And that's kind of what I was going for. But I want to like keep going. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to leave rooms from like my 30s.
I know the next tat I want so bad, but I think I'm gonna have to get it like as a sleeve, and it's like a quote in Spanish. It's que Dios sea tu reloj y tu voluntad mi camino.
Que Dios sea tu reloj y what?
Y tu voluntad mi camino.
Okay, that's good. Where'd you hear that?
Yeah. Nah, my boy in Colombia, like I was trying to like, yo, put me on to like a dope Spanish phrase, like a dope thing. He's like,
you're gonna tattoo it in Spanish?
Yeah. And I want to put like, since like a clock, and then like, like I don't know. I got to figure out how I'm going to do it, but that's going to be my next
tattoos.
one.
I think tattoos are a very, very great way to express yourself. Everybody has a story behind their tattoos.
Yeah.
Some of them are stupid, like, I just fucking wanted to get tattooed. But some of them have stories.
Do you think we'll be like old and like have regrets with our tattoos? Because that's what our parents say, right? Like our parents say, yo, you're going to regret that shit.
At one point, I think we'll all say, like, I should never gotten that shit. Like at one point, I think we'll all say it. Yeah. But it just depends. It depends. Like, it just depends who you're around. Like, you see some posts and you're like, oh my God, these old people are all tatted up. They don't look that bad.
Yeah, they're straight. You shout to your parents, like, yo, come on.
Like, come on, bro. Look at that.
Skirt! If you want to check out the rest of this episode and all the rest of the Miami on the Rocks bonus footage, go to my Patreon page and sign up to be a Miami on the Rocks member. It's only $5 a month. I appreciate the support. Patreon.com/KC Chopz. That's Patreon.com/KCCHOPZ. Love y'all.